Hey, what's up, guys? It is Efren, the marketer, and today I want to update you from the last video I uploaded about the Paycheck Protection Program and what I've been through and what I heard of, what's happening, and all this other stuff, right? So if you haven't seen part one, check out the video down below in the comments. That is part one. I was a little bit confused on that video because I did not have as much information as I know now. So that video down below is a video where I got an email from a like a third-party application asking for financial information. And one of the things that was really weird about it was that that email was actually not from Bank of America. It was a third-party email and a third-party app without the bank saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and email you from a third-party app. So I was a little bit confused. I thought it was a scam. I find out it's not a scam. And today we're here sitting down at our office still. Luckily we're still in the office, so things aren't that bad. So I kind of want to just talk about and update you on this Paycheck Protection Program and the SBA loan. I applied for the SBA, where was it? I think it was the advanced. No, this wasn't it. It was one of the SBA loans. It was like $10,000. Oh yeah, it was this one, the $10,000 one. So I applied for this one, and then I applied for the SBA regular disaster loan. So let me start off with the Paycheck Protection Program. When I received the email, I uploaded my information. About a week later, I received a call. That call was Bank of America telling me, this lady telling me, hey, I just want to follow up with you to let you know if you got the email and if you uploaded your information. Of course, I said yes. I did receive the email. I wasn't aware that you guys were using a third-party app. She said, I know. I wasn't even aware of that. So then I just kind of asked her some basic questions. And I said, so when do you guys plan on passing out or handing out the Paycheck Protection Program funds? And she said, I don't know. And I said, was there any information that you might have that might be valuable? And she says, unfortunately, this is brand new. I'm not even aware, and my bosses are not even aware of what's happening. So that kind of sucks because a lot of people are depending on that Paycheck Protection Program. As of today, which today is April the 15th, I have gotten an email from somebody at a bank saying tomorrow funds might run out from the Paycheck Protection Program. So I did a little bit of more research, and it looks like states that are affected the most, like Washington, New York, and California, will most likely get the Paycheck Protection Program first versus any other state. It sucks though because even though we're not as infected from the coronavirus, it sucks because we're still closed and businesses are still out of business. And a lot of our clients are not even from Phoenix, Arizona. A lot of our clients are from California. Just because we're not in that state doesn't mean that it's hurting our business, right? And we did see sales in our company. And if you don't know, I run two companies, a print shop, which is golevelprint.com, and I run golevelmarketing.com. I am the CEO and owner and have a team of 17 employees. So with that being said, it sucks because a lot of our clients aren't just in Arizona. And the clients that we do have in Arizona, some of them are fully closed. Like we do have a chain of barbershops, which had to be closed. And they still have to pay rent. They still have to pay utilities. They still have to pay employees, right? And that's one of the things. They can't pay a marketing company to do marketing. So, of course, we lost those clients. We lost barbershops. We lost restaurants in California. We lost nightclubs that we had as a client. And going from there, the Paycheck Protection Program, ever since that lady called me, I have not heard of anything else. And especially hearing the news that tomorrow is the last day of getting funded. That kind of sucks. Luckily, though, let me sprinkle in some good news. The SBA, this right here, the Disaster Loan Emergency Advance, the $10,000. I applied for this as well, and I applied for this and the actual SBA debt relief program. So I applied for both. The same day they were announced for here in Arizona, because I guess they went by counties. In our county, the same day Maricopa County got added to the SBA website, we applied for both. And I didn't even know they were doing this $10,000 one until I got an email later saying, hey, apply for this $10,000. I applied for the $10,000. I didn't hear anything. Yesterday, I woke up with $10,000 in the Gold Level marketing account. I was really satisfied, but then I started reading the email, and the email had good news with bad news. The good news is the $10,000 economic relief. This is currently being, you currently don't have to pay it back. They're saying, hey, this $10,000 is going to be forgiven, so you do not have to pay it back. That's the good news about that. The bad news, though, is the email also said, if you get approved for this $10,000, it does not mean that you automatically get approved for the actual loan. Why is that bad, right? The reason why it's bad, companies like us that have 17 employees, $10,000 doesn't even equal one payroll or a full payroll for 2 weeks, right? It does help. I'm not being greedy. I'm not saying, why me and all that. Like, I'm super appreciative for the $10,000 because that is some kind of help. The next thing is, the next bad news is them telling you here's $10,000 and you might not get approved for a loan really sucks as well, right? So I haven't heard anything back about the loan or them running out of money. That loan you do have to pay back though. So we got the $10,000. Let's say they approve me for $100,000 minus the $10,000. I do have to pay back the $90,000. The best loan or program that they released is the Paycheck Protection Program, but it seems like they're going to run out of money tomorrow, and it looks like the government is not trying to fund it. And what I mean running out of money, a lot of businesses did get money already, but they're on the last round, meaning if you don't receive anything or an email with more information or an email saying you got it approved by next Friday, I heard that's the last of it. Like, there's no more help. So then you got to start pivoting and thinking what to do next, right? For us, if we don't get approved for the loans, we're going to continue to do what we do. We're going to continue to go into industries that are booming because of the coronavirus. I did hear pawn shops. I have a friend that owns a pawn shop. He told me his sales increased by 400% because mostly the sales came from guns. And people have been pawning PlayStations as well. People have been buying PlayStations and Xboxes and, all these different video game consoles. So there are industries that are booming, and that's what we plan to do. We're planning to go from, here to over here and still survive. If we luckily we planned a little bit. I don't know how long this coronavirus is going to last, but I do plan on keeping all our staff employed, and I do plan on keeping everything running as smoothly as possible. And it's one of those things, guys, like being a business owner and entrepreneur, it can go both ways. You can have really up slides where you're super happy because things are working out, and then times like this, right? That's why, we're here. We're here because we're leaders. So the only message that I can do to you, to leave you today, is I don't know much about these loans, and you're probably Googling on the internet about these disaster loans and the Paycheck Protection Program. But one thing I can leave you with is if the pilot flying the plane is freaking out, your employees will freak out as well. Don't let the fear of the unknown scare you so much where it starts to affect your employees and your business. If you're completely closed because you are a restaurant, it sucks. I get it. But you have to move on. And There's a lot of big companies that people are probably not going to go back to work because they can't afford paying their loans, like JCPenney. JCPenney employs a lot of people in the United States. I mean, it's one of the biggest retail stores. And I get it, Sears went out of business. We saw JCPenney coming. But imagine working at JCPenney and JCPenney might go out of business eventually or next year or whatever. But JCPenney can't pay back $16 million loan that was due today, right? So if you can't pay back the loan, guess what? You're defaulted. If you got no help from the government or no help at all, now what's going to happen to employees? So there's always people out there receiving the worst part of things, right? So that's why the $10,000 is a blessing, because I know a lot of people won't receive anything. Yes, I wish, we can get approved for these loans, and obviously, we'll pay it back. These loans versus a loan from like Square with a 10% interest, which is crazy, right? That would actually hurt more businesses than help. Other than that, I mean, I'll leave you with this, what I just said. Be the pilot, be strong, be a leader. You're a human being just like your employees, and believe and have hope. If you have any questions regarding these programs, or if I hear anything from the SBA loans, I will let you know in the comments down below or make a part 3 of this video. Please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to share your thoughts or any kind of resources that you have, please do so in the comments. It will be really, really appreciated. For now, it is your boy Efren. And don't forget to subscribe.